Hey, welcome back to the Walk to Wealth podcast. If you're tuning in on YouTube or any of the podcast directories, make sure to do yourself one teeny tiny little favor and make sure to give us a follow because I don't want you to miss out on any of the amazing episodes we got cooking up, especially with this Road to Wealth series. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't. What does that mean? That means the hard times, the struggle, the inconveniences, the challenges that you're currently facing, the trials, the tribulation that you're currently facing are better than the ones that you are yet to face. Right? That's what a lot of people think. And that's how a lot of people live their lives. And actually, it's a big misconception. Right? And at the point of this journal entry, it's currently August 11th. And I made a big change by switching real estate brokerages. So let me explain to you. For those who don't know, I got my real estate license 4 years ago, back in September of 2021. I've been with the same company since, Keller Williams. Now, along the way, I started Stop and Stare Media, which is my business now, teaching AI. And for the past 3 years, I've been all in on teaching AI. So for me, my company, Stop and Stare Media, is broker agnostic, meaning I could teach to any and every brokerage. It's not tied to a specific company. It's my own independent business that I started on my own. Um, and I could teach wherever I want, whenever I want, pretty much as long as people are hiring me, right? And so for me, an opportunity presented itself to switch companies. And at first, I was not really interested because in my head, I was like, why would I need to switch companies for? My business has nothing to do with any real estate company, right? It's its own business. I'm not attached or affiliated with any real estate brokerage. And I was on the fence for a while, and the reason the opportunity presented itself was because I got asked to speak in Houston in April. The lady there, Amanda, shout out to Amanda, she's actually been a guest on the podcast, made me start thinking about the idea of potentially switching over. And so some months had passed, and I was like, you know what? Well, Keller Williams, they're kind of stuck in their ways. They're a little old school and they're not moving at the speed that I would like them to. Also, there's no real path for growth, right? I could continue teaching at offices with Keller Williams, but like there's no path for me to get in front of the entire company, right? Whereas the company Amanda's a part of, she's with eXp, they have people that are in eXp that teach and called eXp University, which is where anyone from across the world can go in and take classes on whatever subject. They have a library full of different classes, and then people they ask people to teach, and they're allowed to push their own stuff. And so I was like, okay, that could be a nice opportunity to get me in front of new people. Also, Amanda is a part of a bunch of like high level uh, entrepreneur, I mean, like real estate entrepreneur mastermind within eXp. And so she has access to a lot of heavy hitters within the company. And so she said she'd be willing to push me out in front of other people, kind of get my name out there so I can get more speaking engagements. And so I was on the fence for a while. And then I finally decided to make the switch officially. The week of August 4th, I made the switch. And it was a Thursday I officially initiated. And then I think or was it sooner than that? I'm not sure. I think last week it became official. Yeah, last week it became official. And so today's currently August 12th at the time I'm recording this. And this journal entry is from August 11th. So um, for those who don't know, to start the episode, right, this is the Road to Wealth series where I'm documenting pretty much exactly what I'm doing to get out of debt. Currently, right now, at the start of this journey, I was almost $58,000 in debt. And I'm digging my way out and taking you guys along for the ride. So with that being said, let's get into what I talked about last week. Last week, I talked about debt consolidation, and I have a plan to move forward. I actually am going to take them up on the offer. I'm going to consolidate my debt, and I'll talk more about it a little bit later. But here's where my debt is currently at, right? So again, at the time of this journal entry, it's August 11th. And so my Chase Sapphire Preferred card, I'm at 4,809 with 21 cents. Chase Marriott Business Bonvoy card, 4,796 with 1 cent. Bank of America card, 4,735 with 70 cents. Amex Everyday card, 6,784 with 79 cents. Putting my personal debt at 21,125 with 71 cents, which is down $115.28, which is great. Down in the past 2 weeks, so it's the last journal entry was July 29th, and right now this one is August 11th. So I'm down $115 from last journal entry. For my Chase Ink Cash card, right, at 4,570 with 22 cents. My Chase Ink Unlimited, 3,411 with 44 cents, and my Amex Bonvoy Business Card, I'm at and then Blue Business Plus, I'm at 10,097 with 76 cents, and Amex Marriott Business Card, I'm at 9,902 with 21 cents, bringing my total business debt up to 27,981 with 63 cents, which is down $193.50, which is good. We're down both in personal debt and in business debt from last week. My total debt right now is $49,107 with 34 cents, which is down $308.78, which is good. We're on the track back down, right? We're on the trajectory back down. As I said, I'm going to be moving forward with this debt consolidation, so that's going to help me really start teeing off at my different expenses and my different debt. Again, the goal is to get rid of the personal debt first. We're trying to tackle the Bank of America card first, and then from there hit the other cards. But that's the game plan. Right now, my credit score is sitting at 596 on TransUnion and Equifax, and 584 on Experian. So my credit score dropped a little bit because if you paid attention to, I think it was the last episode or the episode before of the Road to Wealth series, I talked about the difference between payment date and closing date. I always knew that, but I guess I made a payment without realizing it and didn't factor that in. And yeah, so that dropped my score. So I was actually above 600 for a little bit, but then it dropped back down. So now I'm right underneath 600. So we're working on getting back up to the sixes. So hopefully by the next journal entry, we could be in the 600s. I'll keep you guys posted on that. And so with that being said, let me talk to you about what my game plan is between now and the next journal entry. So right now, I just got hired last week for a speaking engagement, right? They're paying me to do a keynote, and so I'm waiting on that check to come in. Once that check comes in, I'll have enough money to then start the debt consolidation process. Again, the first payment is gonna be $1,244 to start that, and then each month after is gonna be like 11, or it's 1214. Yeah, it's 1214 for the first payment, and then it's like 1144 for month 2 on. So I need at least $1,214. I didn't say 12. Let me double check. Yeah, I need at least $1,214. Let me just say 1220 in order to make that first big debt consolidation payment and start the process. So once that check comes in from that speaking engagement, I'm gonna start the debt consolidation process. It's gonna close all my cards, but I'm paying way less interest. I'm be again saving almost $446 a month in monthly payments, so I can then use that money to pay off the debt even more aggressively. Also, I have an event on August 24th that I need to promote. It's for my birthday, right? So I'm going to invite as many people as I can to come to my birthday event. And then at my birthday event, I'm going to tell people about my workshop in September. I'm going to be doing a workshop. The goal is to hopefully sell that out, right? I want to ideally sell out that workshop. If I could sell out that workshop, that would be amazing, because I'm doing one spot is $399, so I get 12 people. Now I haven't sold out once, right? I usually get anywhere from 3 to 6 people to register, but if I can get that to 12, right? And I'm also doing a 2-day public speaking workshop, right, on the 23rd and 24th. My birthday event is August 28th, so I have the speaking workshop the 23rd and 24th, and then my birthday on August 28th. And then I'm going to on August 30th, if I'm not mistaken, or August 28th, I have someone ask me to sub for them at my local BNI group that I go to every now and then. And so I'm going to use that to hopefully sell out as many tickets as I can to the workshop, because that's going to help me generate some good cash. And yeah, another thing that I'm doing is I made a post yesterday, this past weekend, pretty much saying, hey, I'm doing a deep dive on ChatGPT. Comment AI if you want the details of the masterclass. And I had maybe like across a couple posts I did, maybe like 60, 70 people reach out. Maybe like closer to 50. More like 50, 60 people reach out. And so now I think I'm gonna do that once a month. I'm gonna just go into these groups and say, hey, I'm teaching a masterclass, and just funnel traffic into my mastermind. I'm trying to really grow that and really get the momentum going. So we'll see how that goes. But that this past quarter 3 has been slow, pretty slow. So trying to revamp that stuff back up. I know this back half of quarter 3 and into quarter 4, really quarter 4 is when things are going to really start ramping up. Um, Especially because the quarter 4, I got some exciting stuff, potentially going to a conference. I'm getting certified for a thing called trainer presenter. So once I get that certification, I'm going to start like heavily reaching out to Keller Williams offices. Um, and pretty much like reaching out to them and saying, "Hey, are you looking for speakers?" and start trying to line up stuff for 2024. I mean 2026. So Q1 2026, I freaking just got speaking gigs lined up back to back to back to back to back to back to back, pretty much. So once I get that certification, I'm gonna be hard heavy on the outreach. And I also this upcoming week, I'm going to be launching with this lady named Amanda. Amanda's a lady who helped me get into eXp. We're gonna be doing a live launch on Facebook, pretty much to push me out to her audience, saying like, "Hey, this is John. Here's what he does. If you need a speaker on AI, he's your guy," right? And book him. And so that is pretty much what I've been working on, what I'm doing, trying to get the momentum back going so we can close Q3 on a really good note. Because again, this looks like it's going to be the worst quarter of the year at this current pace, right? We already had July finish and August is almost halfway through. And so it's not looking the best, but we still have another month and a half to ramp things up. So we'll see how it all plans out and how it all plays out. And I'm excited because this is I think the goal was to become debt free by the end of the year. And with the different things that I'm doing, right, if I really ramp up this mastermind and really start getting more and more traffic to build up to it, then like this could really be a possibility. So we'll see how that goes. And with the debt consolidation, that's going to help me pay off my stuff extremely quickly. So I'll keep you guys posted. That's all for this update in the road to wealth, and I'll see you in the next episode.